If your mock scores are swinging 50 or more points between tests, it's not bad luck. It's not test anxiety. You are skipping a step in a very specific sequence, and I'm going to show you exactly which one. Here's what most GMAT prep looks like. You learn a concept, you do practice problems, you take a mock, scores decent, maybe not. You study more, take another mock, score drops, you panic, you study harder, you practice harder, score jumps, and then drops again. That's volatility isn't random, it's structural. There is a gap between I understand this concept and I can execute this under time pressure on hard questions. That gap is where your points disappear. And the only thing that closes it is a specific sequence done in order with nothing skipped. Step 1 of the sequence. Take a diagnostic mock. No preparation. Answer every question, even if you are guessing in that mock test. Blank answers skew your percentiles downward and give you a false baseline. Now, here's what happens. Don't just look at your quant score or your verbal score. Pull your subsection percentiles, your CR percentile and your RC percentile separately, because they might need completely different approaches. If CR is at the 72nd percentile and RC is at the 58th percentile, those are not in the same situation, even though they are both in verbal. Next, set your target. Look up the median GMAT score for the programs you are applying to and add 10 to 20 points higher as a buffer. That gives you percentiles you need to hit in every subsection and the accuracy thresholds that go with it. Any subsection below 65th percentile goes on what I call the foundation path. You need to fix your basics, you need to build conceptual understanding. There is some work to be done there. At or above 65th percentile, targeted path. You find your weak subtopics and fix just those, not all the basics and foundation and not all the concepts. But here's the thing, both paths use the same four-stage practice ladder. When you get there, when foundations are taken care of, when the concepts are taken care of, when you are in your practice stage, there is a four-stage practice ladder. The difference is scope, not the sequence. The sequence is non-negotiable. This is where the score swings live, in that ladder. For every topic, the practice sequence is untimed medium difficulty level questions, timed medium, untimed hard, and timed hard difficulty level questions. That's the sequence of practice in that exact order. You start with untimed medium questions and don't move on until you hit 80% accuracy. That 80% on medium is required no matter what score you are targeting, 70th percentile or the 95th percentile. You don't get to skip medium mastery because you're aiming high. Then you add the clock. Your timed accuracy needs to come within 5 to 10% of your untimed number. Then untimed hard difficulty level questions, and your accuracy target here depends on your goal. At the 70th percentile target, you need 55% accuracy on hard questions. At the 80th percentile target, 60 to 65% accuracy on hard questions. At 85th percentile target, you need 70% accuracy on hard questions. And 95th percentile or above, you need 75 to 80% accuracy on hard level questions. Then, only then, you add clock on the hard questions. Skipping timed practice is the single biggest reason mock scores swing 50 plus points or more than that. You understand the material, but you haven't trained yourself to execute under pressure. That's not a knowledge problem, that's a process problem. One more thing, complete quant and verbal before you start data insights. DI pulls from both. The table analysis needs verbal reasoning, data sufficiency needs quant foundations. Build quant and verbal first, and DI goes faster. Here's your move. Take your diagnostic, pull your subsection percentiles, set your target percentiles, map each subsection to a path, foundation or targeted, and Don't touch your next mock until every subsection has gone through all four practice stages. That's how you stop the score swings and start making real and stable